I have a non-sarcastic, provocative question. What do they teach in these schools of diplomacy and statecraft? What is it that they actually teach in the Woodrow Wilson School of Diplomacy? Here in Washington, D.C., where we are doing this broadcast, you have George Washington, you have Georgetown, where you have people that study to become diplomats. What exactly is taught in these schools? Because President Donald Trump just upended all of the established order, and he made fools out of all of them. The experts were losing their mind yesterday. President Donald Trump is trying to start a trade war. They are so short-sighted, and they're still criticizing it. Well, that was unneeded drama. That was unneeded pandemonium. That was unnecessary upheaval. No, it was a necessary public example, and now all of these other countries are going to have to take their own people. Now, to be honest, I understand the argument if we were sending Nicaraguans to Colombia. That would not be a morally clear argument. I would get that. I would understand the argument if we were sending Mexicans to Brazil. We're sending people back to their own country, the country they were raised in, the country that they were schooled in, the country they are citizens of. And so for all of the International Diplomatic Corps expert class, what exactly are you experts in? You're experts in appeasement? You're experts in bending the knee? Because they actually do not have any perspective to protect America at all costs. These diplomats, it's not as if they're dumb. It's as if they don't actually want America to succeed. What this does is it suggests that diplomacy is mostly fake. They have fake expertise. That is exactly what I wanted to get at. Is that all of this schooling, all of this time in colleges, all of this time where they're, pretending that they're working in the State Department. What really matters is instinct, very basic rules of interaction, and the most important thing, the will. A common theme here on the Charlie Kirk Show. Do you have the will to do what is necessary? The feminine, toxically feminine perspective is to, well, we don't want to offend people, and I guess Colombia is a country, and well, why don't we just keep their rapists and their criminals and their child sex traffickers? Whereas President Trump says, this is stupid. Why are we putting up with this? We're not going to get ripped off. We're not going to do stupid things. You look out for your own country and your own people, and you don't need to be a lifelong State Department diplomat. So for all of these lifelong State Department diplomats, I hope you guys understand that you have no credibility in the eyes of the American people. The same way that we lost such credibility for public health officials during COVID, the same way that we lost credibility for people like Fauci and Birx, the same way that we lost credibility for all of the 6 feet to stop the spread and wear a mask when you shower, we are now losing credibility for all of our permanent State Department corps, diplomatic corps, for Anthony Blinken, for even some of the Kissinger stuff. I mean, all of the criteria that has been built for diplomacy has just been upended in the last 24 hours. It has all changed. It is a permanent, stark contrast. What they're experts in is deteriorating borders, weakening the currency, and allowing a bunch of foreigners into the country. Okay, that doesn't take a lot of skill. What you just saw in amazing display of was President Trump rolling back the Great Reset. Was President Trump rolling back all of this globalist push that was authored by, that was written by, that was published by the permanent State Department Corps? The same people that brought you the Iran deal, the same people that brought you the Russian-Ukrainian war, the same people that brought you all of the major conflicts, the Iraq war, the conflict in Libya, the conflict in Syria. Here you have a guy who was once president, a billionaire businessman who broke every single rule of Washington yesterday. Threatened tariffs, implemented tariffs, revoked visas, said we're going to put on sanctions. Every established dogma of D.C. was upended in the last 24 hours. And he won not just a little bit, a triumphant, full capitulation, absolute bend-the-knee surrender. He broke all of the rules and it worked. So what does that say about the rules? Maybe these couple thousand professional State Department diplomatic corps that we always kind of bow to as if they're the ones that keep us safe, they're all frauds. They're all fake. The same way that Fauci and Birx and all of the people during COVID got exposed. President Donald Trump, in the last day, exposed the people who were supposed to be negotiating all of our treaties in peace.